Thank you so much for inviting me for the launching of this index. It's a pleasure to see you all. The Framework Convention on Tobacco Control stresses in its preamble the special contribution made to tobacco control activities at the national and international levels by NGOs and other members of civil society not affiliated with the tobacco industry, including bodies of the health professions, associations of women, of the youth, of environmental and consumer advocates, and of education and healthcare institutions. And it highlights the crucial importance of their participation in national and international tobacco control activities. This has been determined in the basic principle of the FCTC by the introduction of Article 4.7, which states that the participation of civil society is essential to achieve the objectives of the convention and its protocols, uh, on the basis that they don't have a relation with tobacco industry. Other FCTC article also mention civil society participation, like mentioned by Adrian Blanco. And this is key for the implementation of Article 5.3 at all level, at the national, regional, municipal levels. But in order to put ourselves on interference, uh, in facing the interference of the tobacco industry, we need to implement the implementation of Article 5.3. There are 6 points that can demonstrate the importance of civil society. 1.1, civil society generates information. The Regional Tobacco Industry Interference Index is a demonstration of civil society's capacity to generate data and information. The panelists in this webinar are living proof of the capacity of non-governmental organization to converge around the issue that needs to be documented and expose tobacco industry interference in public health policy. It is important to highlight the unique role of universities, academia, scientific institutions, and health professional societies. Last week, scientists from the STOP initiative published a very interesting article in a well-known newspaper about the tobacco industry lobby at the sixth meeting of the Conference of Parties to the treaty. Point two, civil society collaborates in the regional and global monitoring of tobacco industry strategies, exchanging information as a means to strengthen the implementation of Article 5.3. An example of this type of contribution is the observatories for monitoring tobacco industry strategies. They exist in Sri Lanka, in South Africa, and Brazil. In Brazil, the Center for Studies on Tobacco and Health has a very relevant project, and they collect information in developing country and tobacco producing country where the tobacco industry has an additional entry point to interfere with public policies. Third point, civil society strengthens political action and strengthens the independence, and they generate factors of policy implementation of Article 5.3. They advance a recent example has been the mobilization of NGOs against the incentives and financing financial support to the tobacco industry at the International Labor and Organization General Assembly. At the national level, our public health body, our public health bodies find support from civil society, which helps them counter tobacco industry interference. We have heard the stories of Peru, Uruguay, Chile, and Ecuador. In Brazil, the Health Promotion Alliance has played a key role in supporting laws and regulations, as well as countering the tobacco industry's lobby. Point four, civil society offers financial and technical assistance in the implementation of Article 5.3. We have the example of philanthropies such as Bloomberg and Gates that provide essential financial and technical resources to support the process and help governments and societies in the fight against industry by ensuring priority in health promotion actions. Point five, civil society provides support to countries in policy implementation. This includes developing and implementing cross-sectoral tobacco control programs and strategies. They work hand in hand with governments and other stakeholders. The examples include non-governmental groups that act as observers of the COPs, of the treaty. They work with the Secretariat and with governments and other non-governmental groups. At the national level, intersectoral commissions drive tobacco control program to a greater extent. Sixth and last point, civil society coordinates and catalyzes the work of civil society's own coalitions to expand monitoring and responses to the tobacco industry's deceptive strategies. There are many civil society entities working in the region that establish and coordinate national, regional, and international coalitions. I believe that in addition to the example I mentioned, there are many more areas where civil society is active, but it is of transcendental importance to value their work, to finance their actions, and to involve their members in tobacco control initiatives at all levels. I believe these are the challenges that need to be prioritized on tobacco control agendas. I would like also to take this opportunity to congratulate corporate accountability and STOP for their leadership in implementing Article 5.3 and producing the 2020 regional index. Thank you.